clinic ne wanya ahoto enti wo se oda so te sa yaw na ebradu se won so utu sa gidie anamo no na akọ 21st clinic na akọ share expert no enkofo so ama sa yaw no eda so wo enti bra usisi ku dendenden yaw isabi ote wo to na se ho usirem kra de ene eja twu se dwibim na wonan etwe na nkokom nyina ewusu ugina enyina wo ye ho hwea enyeyi eno de friend sciatica no eyentini bi na sa ho ene edu nyasa no nanso eno any our doctors our 21st clinic okwa onfa yaw ne bafi wuwia yare fufro bia tete na edi ni padua na kwa wonyehiam wanum no pie wagu yam na enkoye no fa down 21st clinic omo wolaba wodi nhwehwemu scan otwabi massage eka ho mo twetwum wia wonhia dro wanya hoto machine treatment so oye bipam wabia 21st canteen di obepodwe de yammo anopa no nsunko na fufuo ni adwene nkwan emo bankunua na seti 10 branches and omo ewo Ghana Accra de Dome Market video building wa yenko Kumasi heye ehwa overseas omuto Alpha Radio so sunyane techi my gods session ni miankaye free 0540 311 0540 311
Otuma hair food so hair food nwa so enku aba aye papa ye de jenenso ye de nkuto na fa kube ene de kabomo aye de meka chawo ne se oba so opese utimi eye bromu enyiri kama emubu achemfo yare bakra ye wo no de bomode pe otuma yibi na fa sra timi ni befu ama wankasa wo hair line front line no kwa bo se afi afu kama ya utini na atutu ni nyina na se wade ho ade afiri mu otuma hair food eno na nei asalumfo ono ma ye tire obi odi enku aye adwuma bia no obi ato guso ya wo to bi wo pe bi ato de akoba bi atonton nku bia se ye kuma se ye nkran obanya bi ato ne mom wo pese wutu bi na akoto wo fise ne obi beto hair food a wo sheda podin se me pe otuma de ni bi 057 564 4616
Yadia Sudani be a special ice drinks and in mineral water and unti anonia de akono eduabanu su etie guntuom and in super crossing and a wopedia ebusu ewo krom ni dudum ya kon granzania for 0241 774825
afi yehwe semwa edi no mi nsaka se bodu mu akotene bi Enfie adwenu mu ani mampani dada dwa na jekumkofo betina konwa so ya brichie eboye ewagoprama so menam so manfo pi ehwe wonom enkwa no wonom afibia wo ye nkaye ne nenkaye dum no a wo ye ni wo de mampani na so ama mampani edina no atumbi.
I remember Tebilansi on that fateful day. He called me at the time I was Attorney General to inform me about what had happened and the tragedy that had taken place.
Sanso ena ekuyo ayefre won fix the country for yi ena ban eka se ane eguso ye na emom wonsom se ene nipa de ane emonsom wo chefa wo mu obi amwo bi
na yina ye be ye mo ma na isa be ti jama ba ku ko se ono no hwe ye ni ya ja ti japan eye ne dia na eso de e ka
COVID-19 na ye coronavirus eduro ayede tete no de etoso mienu no ababeduru adombo adom so a mebuso me ni da etoso dunkuno ena ye hyase atete ofa etoso mienu no ensem we afoforo bi ka ho bi ena ye sinkonwa ya ye de bro de ka chewo no se e pa cha wadwenche no manemfa ensem ebobo so yi so pepepe na fabra na okofa foforo bi anya de be kinkan yem ena into betimi de afa ye WhatsApp line no 026 5170336 026 517 0336 Facebook your Instagram ne social media handles ahodo ni nyina obehu yen ewoso wodo adwenche so fa ho a ebekenkan ohini yire adwoa aprebi enemidi menen
mame amasewa bracket
Ghana mampani na adodankwa akufo ado wabo eye ekuyo ya wonom fato wo ho so se emfie aduenu mu ani ene afi brichi kase boye ewa koprama so ebra Accra House of Folk ene kotokoko hia ye na agro ne moment me ho ase bi ekokosi ya penedo ene ye ma we so ne namriemo wonom ye twifa wo so enam so ne pa wo ha ne akire kura ene hwere wonom enkwa wonom manfo kununom amanfo ma ene ade ne no ena afi bi adura wɔhyɛ da ɛyɛ nkaye ɛde ɛkaikae saa enipa yi na wɔnom nso ameka sɛ saa brɛ wɔnom efiri mu no wɔn yere nom nso nyenye mu ne ade nkwadaa yi nyinaa wɔnom yɛ bibi ɛde kaakae wɔn na wɔnom ɛyɛ wɔn nso adoyɛ na mfie duenu ne nne pɛpɛɛpɛ ɛne nti saa abodwakue yi a wɔfato wɔnom nso sɛ afi bia yɛbɛkaakae yɛ ho no afi deɛ wɔnom de wanante seɛ akokopie Ghana mampanin na adodankwa akufo ado ne nase na no ɛna Aja ebisa wɔnom kwa so no bɔ wɔnom ama ne ewiye ɛna mampanesi momo ani hwɔ onipa ɔyɛ ade a ɔsayɛ mo ayɛ ade papa emfie die no afi bia mo kai ye nuanom a wɔnom afiri mu no agye onipa ɔwɔ koma pa ɛne pepa sei ne betimi ayɛ saa tu ho akyɛ dwuma yi ɛne nti emamomo ne yɔ mo ayɛ ade mo akɔpa no kɔfo na no ɛna saa emfie mpeno ɛne emfie die no afidi de kɔpie mampani na so no ɛna mampani ɛkase sadia mo ako asomo aba bedru no ebra so aban so yɛbɛboa bi ɛne nti aban yɛbɛfa to yɛ ho so sɛ anam agokansie so ɛna saa de ɛba yɛ mboa ɔmo se ane ɛne ne yɛbɛhwɛ ne ahunu sɛ ɛyɛ agro mu nsɛm sɛ yɛ sports yɛbɛpagya mu ɛne nti asoɛyɛ a ɛhwɛ agodie ho mabunu ne agodie ho nsɛm so no ɛnyina bɛto kɛsɛ na saa foundation no kora mo abɔ no yɛhuru kwan yɛbɛtumi afa soɔ ne yɛtumi aboa ɛfiri sɛ yɛnim sɛ wɔnom ɛwɔ ahohiahia mu ɛbɛpem saa bere na mugu so aboa wɔnom ɛsae saa atoyere nkyɛmi nti yɛntie sɛ deɛ Ghana mampani ɛka no fae.
I remember Lamsey on that fateful day. He called me. At the time, I was Attorney General, to inform me about what had happened and the tragedy that has taken place. It was at the beginning of President Kufuor's mandate, May 9th, and he had entered office 5 months earlier in January of 2001. And I thought, what a beginning that this huge tragedy should occur and face the country at the time. So it has always been a day that has stood out vividly in my life and in my recollection. Various initiatives that have been taken to try and address the concerns of those who are most deeply affected. Ones that have always had my support. The fund that was set up and the subsequent developments that have taken place. Tragedies of this sort can only be commemorated and remembered because people decide that they will not allow people to forget it. So those of you who have taken the trouble to perpetuate the memory of those who were caught up in this tragedy and have now grouped yourself into the May 9th Foundation, you deserve the warm applause and commendation of the entire nation. You speak of Hillsborough. Hillsborough lives because people have decided that Hillsborough should live. And I'm happy that we have Ghanaians of your caliber who have made the same decision about May 9th. The people can never come back, but we can remember them, and those of their relatives and descendants who are with us will see the best way we can also to assist. And I believe that that's what you're doing. I'm intrigued by the idea that today that the May 9th Foundation is beyond football. You put expectations of people in their lives. This is a huge undertaking, and you need a lot of courage and capacity to be able to carry it out well. You will have the modest support that this administration will be able to give you, I can promise you. So let me once again commiserate with all of you who suffered this awful incident. I'm hoping that since then we haven't seen a repetition of it because the sporting authorities have put in the corrective measures that will prevent tragedy like this occurring again. There was a committee of inquiry that made some important recommendations of what needed to be done.
Where I Ghana mampani ne nsema wode etu dwa abasobɔ ene modern ba wono mabɔ bedru sabre na owura Herbert Mensah opani sa to yire nchemi si ye agoprama no wose kofi wa miami ni hu de course nyina da ene nti no fato ne ho so no ene nti wono ne dwomtene ade ema sa foundation yi na no opani e ka se Ghana mampani se kwa the foundation na nanka ye de bua emema wo mo firi mu na wonom yire nom ye de boa wonom no wo ma ne de na wonyemo a wonom wo je se de boa bo wo mu nyina no se de atra kra broso ama baba ye humanitarian agency nti se de wo kanom emwa ne de ebi beka ho a eye pa beboa.
It's not 127, Mr. President, because I went to the statue a few years ago with South Africans who came from the Ellis Park disaster. They came up to bond and share time with family. And as we stood at the statue at the stadium, families were coming in where their loved ones' names were not on the plaque. So in the heat of the moment, Your Excellency, they had simply got up, carried their bodies and gone without recognition. So well over that number have lost their lives. And a lot have not known what to do. The May 9th structure has changed over time, Your Excellency. A few years ago, there were floods, terrible floods, of which many people died. We were surprised when within 2-3 days we were inundated in our office with lots of people who came forward and saying they'd lost their loved ones and they didn't know what to do. So we reached out. We went back to sponsors and we have examples here. Alex, the gentleman at the end here, is perhaps a personification of tragedy itself, Mr. President. He found out about the loss of his wife and his child. That picture that we've all seen go global has been involved in helping him. We have others like Roxanne next to him, who were burned badly from the atomic blast. The concept of May 9th, Your Excellency, has now moved beyond football. We advocate peace. We've pushed strongly for perhaps things that we don't know enough legally about in terms of soccer and violence in stadia, to the point that perhaps we start needing a fast-track court to deal with football hooligans so that we do not have the problems that we have, that people actually understand the tragedy. They actually understand what the pain it is for some of us who carry 20 to 30 bodies on that night. You would not wish that on anybody, let alone the smell of tear gas or the smell of bodies that had passed away. The sign of greatness of our country, Your Excellency, we are told, is in thinking about those who do not have and making sure that they are never forgotten. And that is what we have tried to do, Your Excellency, over this period of time, of reaching out to the private sector. Your Excellency, when you, and I believe that in the goodwill of God, be able to those who are of Muslim faith, when the minor things that could change lives and not cost money. I never all for nothing.
Way a Rahebet Mensa, where you jump a day a ma. Sa foundation yi na ne krakra abusia ya won ma de hie efrimo no na o enua be maken Edward Edward owusu boten aye friend Kenedwe the slave Hello FM free dwada kokopem ne memene da yi dwumadie no padwumadie wotena dwamo no okoho bi no wo ho ono nso gina abusia na na mu eda mampani ase so wato nsa frɛ wo mo so aba ene onum abadwetwe nkomo
assembly sie mene no bisa mensa ena ade ne sie na yuku adanti ya wada toso ya nantia kopem sabri na obae no odi asedabre omampani na mpanimfo se abosuba ene meja pae asemi si ye mpanimfo aba akọ yenhum se omampani bi ato ne sase umra kwa na mehwe mu anim da enti se ne omampani na na dodan kwa akufuado afre ye nyina ma ya bana so ye se wo hwe anim a e aseda ene me gina ebusua ene the founders ene sponsors anim na ye dia ma omampani se nyame nkoso nshaba ye danas
Ora Edward Owusu Boateng Kenedwe the slave and yet say no.
Yanko and some from Ayatia for the drona and him some say a free now watch on and out to me nuni dear. Adia Bakwa and then social media. Let be Alpha Radio, ni TV I could draw some Crawfordian. You fix the country. Not just a May. I this year be trust and your man ye cram. Yes, you buntia by out this way. What so betting me as send what it's in a year. Ama and Yama Edgeland and I so. And on Akan will be ma and radam. Ghana for to some for rock and for Riata. Why some trophy in CM1. A deal diatosono was a rebuilding Ghana's economy. And no more and what it to just say. I buy Yaman Penin and other Danko Kufado a dear Nimu. What more sorrow capagina one nice one. What by Juma Day what I say. What days to say your policies nibi a beba. And nobody else to say ya a best son or mine nade and a pabeba. Was it the bia? What Juma wo yang in say. Over settlement form to Ghana ha enya hoto. And also ti Akan dear and then your man gets and get ma abrabo eyembre eno na aban ne hwe se obetimi aye ne nyina ma na ye kama eno da na sansem trofo nhyiamu no ekoso anope kokrokoso ebra na sami bi etie dwam eno opusu ahomafro no nyamfo kodwo oponkroma wona e Ghana soafo a wo hwe yama ne bo ensem so ne twetwe nkomo efa asem kro na ho eno de to dwase aban no eye adwumaden pa sa de nye de akwa akyew no obetimi asesem eno so nti no ka kye Ghana de hye se ensakro ewere dra egu aban no kwenti menye enti yantai aban na chi ya vie titan nyina ma no sade be yam said ye yen in fear nine a chamu buano, a man near Mako yeno, some fear nine so a dear nimno, ye bet me outside a tree ama and near Mako yim. On your foko job upon Kroma H. A one sack COVID-19, Edison son so bonny about Omeye Sika Samso dear, ama woman so mutu galam say, Yensu when you know my son, was sent a crowd coche in Fidia Kudwa, also modi trees so every baby a young room at the concro for Fiema, as I'm Fidianing in I say, and I'm in Futroni and Ragalam say for Didi Jumano, and now so a binum paba, what does Swedge and nicer than Denden say, dear you how dare you see a quangina, obey everywhere, what dear no coxo in China after Bibi, Ediafa Omaya Quanya, don't want us to say any and was say a quine so, a binding guswa, why and the Denden has said the Yana Quine Sabio, cast ya draws on Nipa, near Bapis say ya personal, one by young Bibina highways a quantimpono, a more etimiadaho, which church remusem, said ya abine say, what is the car $200 million, Eba, Ababa Buama Yenya Enumaye, was where your jobs and skills initiative, Emuno Debeshe, was a Buama Ankram Crenumano, Womanya Emwa, what the better say Encro for Sika the better Numanum, not can be a more father drona at the Ashim, and also international say, Ghana for Yenya Gidia were a binum, Nayantana, said Yetiba and Yama Bessa.
Then I pay more money. It's a more back for sale on all the fine air problem back once you go to the composite the water. I'm saying things you need. Now machines are and choose you know piece of prowls or cleans, issues, a him for every Ghana water company for Akachi. Now much mere process at the Bible field. Your things you need and then machines good one who are feeling of projects. Machines the action in Mercury, China, I didn't kick out the idea. I'll only idea you know. The other case first, the media issue and the other with it. Yapwine, Abodoa, Divinity, Akechia, and one on the Junior, now the other condition is discomfort. After a demo of it, you know, with me to go on more. Acquiring we are crazy enough to be and as you say, or the better both man and the $200 million jobs and skills program. The Kano. Ebeboa na private sector businesses are here and more kakra here capacity enhancement here training kakra omotaka na omumu etumi so afa appointment Germany no sebenya ba popo na be aban be ye ne die na yen omanfo so ayeke let us arise and build together.
Ononyamfo kojo upon Kroman Semini na owieye na convener a wono no da face the countries a anamontuo na no Bashira to Kamal Muslim was ye we de wom sendra so for resi kasam so work no for reata kasa de na so sabi so bia nyinam enso anyinam ene say wo kasa ti said ya manwoni kasa was mfie pie ni said ya manwofoi wo mo dada ye ne kasa mo de ba wo kasa mo ka ne wogom wo mo ka ne dokodogo de da kono akona enso bo mo hye nyina no aya na mmem enya ade o mo ye ntini small ka ye no eya manwofo kasa na bi na enso do ka ne sem face the country na montu omutu no enya sa pani be kasa ya enu nso nti bia eba twinchon mo nso ye mu dabi o mu nyan to ho o mbekọ so aye kosi ebra ensachaye bi ebeba oman ni
what kind of sending politicians kasa na enti se ekwan yo fa so de be kasa aye ene ensema o kan ye ene etrasem no enti na sa campaign no ehun hia se ye be in fact re say campaign ehun hia ba enya dia ye no wano ne ye ja ho eya dia ye dem hihye ya to apon mu say one em say constitution ye mra ibi ya mine no ye free bibi probity accountability and transparency yeah you could not that anke bi asa abre no enka bi a me ni kuno bet na fi abon komo so me dia kwoto aba na hu se ne hu hia no de wo hu kwan se me se busa se abato na me tuma o se bra ne bedi na himu no eniema e wo se wo de to akwan mu maye no akosi sen abaya bako abaya be na aba enfie wotu po eniema o kasa obeye no wo ye bia eya bote no mo try and say anu a yede ke bosia no nya no nya dikia na eye abaya hudu afa koni abaya wo fi say ne say ba do bra ye to aba e na Ghana ko ani bre but say ye nko ne say afrase
Bashira to Kama Muslim name some in the crackramono, as Antimantam Swafo, no for Simon or Semensa. One also the anu ye ban was ye, Monjasem. Face the country for your mom so mutu sanamono. One will not Ghana back who so main wasem, and no Makuma so back cry. And they say, I bind again of them debut betting COVID-19. Ever since you come the Hawaba, now so they are binding young in us only crona and tiny, not your kind and understand your man, ye, she good dear, Nanny Patrono or no mine.
Fix the country. I don't think that